Hello, everybody. I'm Murray Pollok. I'm managing editor of International Rental News magazine. And today I'm speaking with Mr. Gyomei, who's the managing director of Hitachi Construction Machinery Shanghai, based in Shanghai. Mr. Tay is also one of the speakers at the upcoming International Rental Conference in October in Shanghai. Hello, Mr. Tay. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Mark. Long time no see. I will do my best for you. Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's good to see you again. Mr. Tay, I want to ask generally first about the Chinese construction equipment market. We've been hearing in Europe about the stimulus and how that has created this enormous demand for machines in China. Is that demand being sustained now, and will it continue for the next year or 6 months?
Okay, so first let me talking about this year, what happened in China. So the first from January through the March, we see the market, maybe I'm not quite sure English words, probably rocket start. You see the market, it is really compared with last year, 30%, increased by 30%. But a lot of things happened in China from April. The key things I can say probably three the big major reason. One thing is Chinese local government. They do the job location. Where you see the people just change from one place to another place. And as a part of their job changes, they need to assessment of the job, because in China infrastructure project, they call the PPP, private public partnership. They do a lot of job, and our construction majority of project is held by this PPP funding. Yeah. And because this local government partially is normally they play the part of the PPP. So when the government governor changes, the first thing they need to review their PPP project, and the newcomer also they need to learn about what's that about. So this causes a lot a delay of the new project start. Okay, so that's the one thing from April the market came down. Okay, the one thing is another one is China government is really I think important about the environmental control. So you see that I know a lot of customers because, for example, some quarry mining, you're talking about the safety, about environmental. They need to ask people to, to make plans or like that type of things. Also give a big impact on the new mining industry. Okay. That's the environment. And the last one is because China is for many years, my view, because a lot of the project is they really don't have really good funding, and cash the problem always the problem for this the project. And I know the local prefecture. They have some cash problem. So these three things, one is government change, environmental, and the cash flow issue. It causes industry to slow down. And as I know, it's not official information, but I know this type of things probably can solve by October. So from October, I hope the industry will come back. Okay. Is for this year, and next year probably you already know about that. The GB4 is looks like the tier 4 interim in United States, in Japan, also probably in Europe. You call it another name, okay? And from next year, December 1st, they start the new regulation for pollution, and I hope, personally, I think that probably there's some pre-buy about that, because it's really consistent with the government environmental control. probably a lot of the PPP project requests people, you must use GB4, new regulation machines into the project. So probably that will be, I hope that give the little hope of the machine, new machine demands in next year. Okay.
I understand.
Okay. So next year, but I think because already for the normal economic cycle, so next year the demands, because replacement demand will slow down. So I think totally will. I'm not quite sure how many percentage, probably 20%, 15 to 20% down from this year, but still quite good. Okay, this is my view about this year and next year.
Thank you. The new emission standard, that's December 2022 that you're talking about.
Yeah. Yes. That gave some impact.
Yeah.
Because we experience in and also in the States, they got some pre-buy, but I don't think it's not big. Okay.
It was the same with stage 5 in Europe. You mentioned the importance of PPP projects and local authorities. What kind of projects are those? Are those public infrastructure projects?
Yes, but so majority you can see the lot PPP types. I visit. I'll give you typical things. The ones talking about tunneling in the mountainside. Okay, they use my PPP structure, and the roadway and highway. And also, I found the interesting things you're talking about in the Anhui prefecture. They try to make the canal to take water from one side to another side, and it's over 100 kilos. It's also type of PPP. Yeah,
I understand. What about private investment in warehousing and factories and that kind of thing? How is that market?
Yeah, there's, China government really controls about the real estate development, because a lot of hard money come to the industry and they give some bad impact to the total economy. So this moment, I didn't see any evidence Chinese government use this real estate development to leverage their economy. I think probably in the coming years also it will not happen. Yeah.
Okay. In terms of the equipment that people are buying and the demands for equipment, which types of machines are you seeing the strongest demand for? And I know that compact equipment is becoming more popular in China. Is that trend very clear to you at Hitachi?
Yeah, it is. This if we look back at the history, the China construction equipment market, the really beginning stage, probably 25 years ago, the people they purchased used the machine from Japan. So because in Japan, the 2010s excavator was really popular for the construction market, equipment market. So in China, the beginning stage, probably until probably 10 years ago, 2010s or 3010s was the big one mountain for the demand mountain. But we see really clear sign that right now they move to both sides. For the small machine, right now, 1.5 tons. Unfortunately, Hitachi, we don't have 1.5 product in China, but we see a lot demands is under 30 tons. This one big mountain. And another big mountain is mining side. We see the machine become bigger. And Hitachi, the last months and this month, we had big sales in Xinjiang, is west part of China. They got coal mining. They use 90 tons. So we see the small machine and a large size machine, they still have room to increase.
And on the small side, are you seeing any interest in rental? Because in the West, in North America and Europe, as you well know, it is the small compact machines that are so popular for rental. Is there any sign at all that you're seeing a development of rental of smaller earth-moving machines in China? It's too early for that.
Yeah, I think my understanding is stage is still too earlier. Really simple is because in China the structure rental, because people young people in the countryside they use smaller machine for the road construction, for the digging the hole, for fish farm, the type of things. And these people, normally they try to buy a machine. They're not using rental machine. Okay. Yeah. And also in China, rental, I'm not quite sure percentage, probably over 90% rental is well rent with operator. In Japan, we call it charter. Okay.
Owner operators. Yeah. Owner operators.
Operator. Okay.
Yeah.
Owner operator. So for the small machine, normally the people they buy the machine and they're not rent some machine from others. And yeah. In Hitachi side, we do the rental, dry rental. Normally is over than 20 tons for big project. They're really small member. Probably in Hitachi 90% the rental is with operators.
Yeah.
Okay, it's for big PPP project.
Okay. Now, I know from my own visits to China that the rental market at the moment is dominated by aerial platforms.
Yeah.
But how do you see the rental market evolve in terms of earth-moving equipment? Is it all going to be focused on dealers who are also going to offer rental services, or will you start seeing standalone businesses like in the aerial platform sector renting earth-moving equipment?
Okay, so I think in China the rental industry has different story. And because for aero platforms, the rental, I think rental penetration over than 90%. And this rental development, industry development, at the same time as the industry changing method of construction. Because if you, I'm not quite sure, 10 years ago, if you came to China, you would see the people, for example, a building use bamboo structure. There's a lot of bamboo structure. So we see a lot of projects, they don't use that and they just move to AWP. Okay, so that's why AWP industry grows so fast, because it came with method of the construction. Okay, but for earth moving is different story. Okay, because earth moving is people, normally China people still prefer for own the machine. Okay. And I can see the probably the change will happen when the people they own the machine, but the usage is, for example, for 1 year only for 3-4 months or 5 months. So their ownership cost is much higher than their income. So people probably will start to buy the machine. And I think that for the next time, personally, I think the industry demands will go down from 2023 after GB4 pre-buy. And the industry probably come to the next, low, or I'm not sure, period. Okay, so in this period, I can see because in China we have a big problem is overproduction capacity.
Yeah. So
I see that other local Chinese manufacturing companies, they did the experience about the rental. Really is disaster. If you see the rental as outlet to put your machine to the market, and it will drop all the pricing down, the price down, and also you got a lot of used equipment. They're really disaster. But I don't think I'm quite sure for all, but I see a lot of people. The idea or the understand still thinking the rental as outlet for the new machine sales. Okay, so I think the rental penetration probably in 5 years could rise to probably 50%. It's really fast.
50.
50. Yes, I think right now probably is around 12 to 13%. Just I heard from other people, but I don't have official data to support.
For a 15 or 20 ton excavator you're talking about?
Yeah, it is for yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So
That's
probably in 5 years, you'll probably come to the 50%.
Wow.
And
that's a very big increase.
Yes. I think that it could be because we know some. I don't talk the name because I know the famous Chinese manufacturing company. Almost 1 year, 1.5 years ago, they put the 2,000 machine into the market, and it caused a lot of problem because rental monthly payment is lower than buy the machine purchase because of their structure. They don't understand that. So we see the end user, they bought machine, they're not happy, and a lot, the problem with constructing the job site. So they stopped that. But we see when the economy or construction demands goes down, and some people maybe come again. Okay, but I think
and sorry, Mr. Tai, I didn't mean to interrupt. And those machines, if you get to a 50% penetration rate for mid-size excavators, those machines will be rented by the manufacturers directly or through their dealers. What will be the dominant model, do you think?
I think for the dealer could be the big part, but we see a lot of rental company. Right now, AWP, because probably you heard a story about their rental rate. Probably in the past 4 years, the rental rate become to the 1/4 or 1/5. Okay, it's probably is a well-known story. But I think for these people, because they already have outlet, they have the repair capability. And I think the people there, because I personally I know some people, they already start to do some construction excavator renting business. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think because everything is so fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do really fast. Yeah.
And can you say a little about Hitachi's strategy for rental in China?
Okay, so probably I mentioned before, because I experienced rental business in Japan, and also I know a little about the US and Europe. Okay, so I think from my point of view and the Hitachi point of view, we think the rental should be the part of reliable solutions, because our company or slogan, we're talking to the customer, we do the reliable solution. So actually, I think rental, even right now, I do some rent business and the rental purchase options. Basically, we just based on the customer demands. For example, I do some rental purchase option. You're talking to the customer. If you're not quite sure about the 3 years or 2 years later, you're still doing this type of job. Okay, I can do the same. So I provide you RPO option. So during the rental period, your payment is a little bit lower than you buy the machine. And after 2 years, you don't worry about your used equipment sales price because we give you the whole packages. So right now we're doing the business and they're growing pretty fast. And some good customers, they're really, they're not really, some people, they just try. I think this is one progress for Chinese people. They're talking about not only, profit loss, also they're talking about the cash flow. Okay, so this, I think my solution we talk to customer, our solution can help you to improve your cash flow management. Okay, this is what right now we're doing. Okay.
Okay, thank you. You're speaking at the International Rental Conference on the 25th of October. Can you give us a flavor of what you'll be talking about? What are the key issues that you want to cover? Presumably, I imagine that you want to talk about things you think are important for the market to to understand about rental?
Yes, I think I got several points. Probably I'll talk with you guys to make more clear outlines. But right now I have thinking about I need to talk to people. What's the difference? The rental management with the new machine sales, the type of things. Okay, because I can give you some flavor. Because as I know, in the Western style, in States or in Europe, actually we're talking about we do the things objective oriented. We think the process control is really very important. We got our business target, and for realize our business target, we have our countermeasures, and we have our tasks. And every task, the people, KPIs, the type of things. So we're talking about the managed process. It's Western style, and the Japan style, we're talking about is people management. You have good people, and these people can do the skilled people. They can do the business. This is the typical Japanese style. Okay, I'm familiar with. Okay, but in China, we see right now for most companies, their management style is not really manage people. They manage the people's interest. You say you buy one machine, I give you incentive. Okay, and what you are doing, I'm not interested. Okay, and you just do your things. So we're talking about is as we see a lot of Chinese company, even the Hitachi in China, also our dealers, is really not really good to manage the process. But rental, most key things, because rental is not one time only business. You sold the machine, you got money, it's done. But the rental, you prepare the machine, you send the machine, shipping the machine out, you need to make the field inspection, and when the machine back, you need to check and invoice, a lot of type of things. It's not one action you can take your money back. So that's the why we need the process management. So I think that talk to people how to make the rental process management, how important as the one key. Okay. And since I will give to some people, because I know that a lot of companies, they gave me a question about how to set up real useful KPIs for rental operations. So I will give you some good example to the people. Okay, the KPI is not only show you what you have done. It should separate the two. What's your not KGI, key goal indicators, and KPI, key performance. And the key performance indicator KPI should lead you to go to next action to improve your business. So I think this is really important. I think in China, a lot of people, they don't understand about that. Okay, these two things. And the number three, probably I can show the people how we did in outside China, how to make the process. What's the really, what's the figure looks like. Okay, so I think probably three things I want cover in my presentation. Short time, but I'll do my best for you guys. And
Good,
for
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sure you will do a great job. If anyone's interested in knowing more about the conference, you can go to www.khl/irc.com. So, Mr. Tai, thank you very much for your time. That was interesting, and I wish you the best of luck for the conference when it comes in October. So once again, thank you.